What's up, everybody? You already know what time it is. Your boy Big Picture Fats here in the gray area, presented to you by the Big Picture Music. I'm here with one of my favorites today. No, he's not a rapper, ladies and gentlemen. This is my man Demo Woodz. He's the comedian in Sin City, and he's here to tell us a lot about himself. Everybody give him a round of applause. No, I'm kidding. This is not Dora the Explorer. We know we can't hear you clapping. But yeah, my dude Demo Woodz here. Demo Woodz, I call him Demo Woodz, but his name is Demo Woodz. And we talked about him possibly changing that at some point, because I think Demo would sound better. And I want to make sure that I got a little portion of that. So I'm going to get 10% of his royalties and shit. Nah, I'm kidding. What's up, Demo?
Good,
I appreciate you coming.
Yo, thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
So, I'm typically having rappers and shit on here, but like I said, this is called the gray area. So this leaves a wide spectrum of things that people talk about, different brands and shit like that. Let's first talk about you doing comedy, because honestly, as a rapper, I feel like comedy takes a lot more humility than being a rapper, you know what I mean? Because as a rapper, you could really hide behind the image, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You could literally be somebody you're not. You already know that. I know you listen to this bullshit we be listening to nowadays. But what inspired you to actually want to, make people laugh?
So I've been like funny like my whole life, ever since I was able to talk, you know what I'm saying? And there was a point in time where I had to sit down and be like, yo, I gotta like really use this talent. Like I figured out it was a talent and not just something that I had. So once I decided to go forward with it, I posted like my first video back in like, I wanna say 2018. Went crazy.
Yeah.
Went crazy. I did it with my sister. Rest in peace to her.
I remember that. Rest in peace to her too. Rest in peace to Bree, for real. That's around the first time I met you, for real.
Yeah.
It was around that time, like a year or two before her passing, and you was definitely funny as shit. Every time I got to come kicking and shit, it was definitely a vibe.
Always killing and shit.
And I feel like that was one of my things too that I was wanting to ask you, because I know right after that, you had jumped into the shit, like you dived in head first, like like after her passing, you was like mad, like just determined.
Yeah.
And did that have a lot to do, like that her passing, like did she used to encourage you to do it too, and like you wanted, is that a part of wanting to make her proud type shit, is to keep going with that too? Because
well, to be honest with you, like that around that time, like I kind of wanted to give up doing the comedy, because it was hard for me to be funny after that, because she was always with me behind the scenes, so it was like
sometimes helping you with
so it was like hard for me to get back into it. And actually I did it like a podcast, like probably like a month or two after, and that kind of brought me back into the spirit, like having the lights and the cameras on me and stuff like that. And I knew she wouldn't want me to give up, you know what I'm saying? So she would cuss me out if I was like, nah, I ain't doing this comedy. I could hear in my head like, nigga, we can cuss on here?
Yeah, absolutely.
She would have been like, nigga, you better get back doing that comedy shit. That's what you do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really hard for me around that time to get back into it. But like once I got back into it and started dropping the skits again, I'm like,
you was dropping them shits heavy, bro. You still on a regular, I stay seeing what you got going on, you know what I'm saying? I see I've seen how over time you started adding different characters and shit like that into your resume, and you started actually not doing skits by yourself. You were starting to add other people in.
Exactly.
Even motherfuckers who don't know how to act are trying to be a part of your. That's how you know that you're doing something. You know what I mean? That you're having some traction, because you got motherfuckers who ain't even in front of the camera like that, and they're adding on. You know what I'm saying?
So I also like direct too when I'm doing it. So like you don't even necessarily have to be funny. Like you tell me what you're comfortable with doing, and I'll make it so it's funny. Even though you're not funny, I can make you say something or do something or do a gesture that's funny. You know what I'm saying? That's
fire. You need that type of energy in the industry too. If you're ever gonna be in the bigger industry, definitely a lot of these actors do more than just act. You know what I'm saying? That ain't none of them known for just being a great actor. Like a lot of them are very good writers and directors and producers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, I don't know if you watch Raising Kanan.
That's my shit right there. That's my favorite
his
one.
mom, I forget her real name. I'm sorry. I apologize because I love you so much, woman. But did you know she sings?
I didn't know that.
And like I'm talking about like Disney movie, like Cinderella, Not like sing like a soulful. Well, she could do that too, I'm sure. But like my first time hearing her sing, she was doing vocals for a movie. Like, and man, crazy work. I'm like, what the? She's a completely different person right now. Yeah. I'm talking about singing like some Aladdin, Cinderella, like Pixar shit. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy.
I could see it now that you said that. I could kind of see her doing that. 'Cause
she's amazing at it too. And that's the thing, like you being able to be able to do the comedy, do the writing, being able to write, that's fire. Being able to execute it, that's fire. Then being able to help people, like you said, they don't even know how to act.
Exactly.
And if you can fucking get somebody who don't even know how to act to do something like that, fucking amazing. Like I remember just having my son in my music video and how hard it is to get him to be in character. Somebody who doesn't and is shy in front of a camera, that shit is not easy, bro.
Yeah, it's not easy.
So yeah, I put my son in my music video. It did come out dope. But it took a lot. Yeah.
It was the one you did in front of Tech, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yep, that's the one.
I like that shit.
And it was hard to get him because I be hearing him spit my lyrics in the crib all the time, and I'm like, you spit them so good, like
he better.
You could
better go them damn words
for real. Yeah. And now he does his own rap. You know, he joined the team, my vocal team for my business.
Oh really?
Yeah, he joined the vocal team, so he records vocals for cheer music and shit, just like me.
Okay.
And he records himself now. The kid's fired because one day he had the nerve to ask me for an allowance and shit. He had the audacity to ask me for an allowance. So I broke it down like this. I'm like, first of all, I said no, you're not gonna get an allowance. I'm like, allowance is more like, to me, it's called bribery. Because you're asking me to pay you to do shit that you're already doing, shit that's already your responsibility. You've been taking out the trash since you was 8. You've been doing the dishes since you was 8. Yeah. This nigga know how to cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He can cook a full course meal. He's only 13. You know what I'm saying? He folds his own laundry. He walks the dog. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, these are your responsibilities that you're gonna do them because I said to do them.
Exactly.
That's your way of contributing to the household. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, you want to make money? You literally see me make 6 figures a year in my PJs. Rapping in front of my microphone. You literally watch me do these vocals for cheerleaders all year long. You know exactly what to do. So if you want to make some money, come spit some bars for me and I'll jump you on the team. And the next day he came and he had a rap. I'm like, let me hear it. Let me see. If you can rhyme cat and hat, you can do this shit. It ain't that hard.
Yeah.
So he spit some bars for me. I'm like, damn, he even put a little punch, like a metaphor in there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I was like, he been listening too good. So I ended up putting him on the team and now he make his own bread. You know what I mean? Now he goes and go buy whatever he wants, swipe his little debit card and shit like that. But nah, I ain't with that shit. But definitely to get back to the point though, being able to teach somebody something that they've never done before. What's up, my guy? I didn't even mind actually hearing a little bit of music, certain parts. Like I didn't mind, especially when it's our music.
I could hear.
We ain't got to worry about no copyrights, nigga. We own the rights to everything coming out this bitch. Feel me? We own the copyrights. That's the thing. And that's the best part too, man. Ownership. You feel me? But back to Demo Woodz and the comedian. So you went as far as the growth, right? So you went from doing solo skits just to make people laugh by yourself to see if they can get a grasp of of who you are. They grasped your ass, okay? So now you got people in the community involved with you and supporting what you got going on, adding on to the videos and things like that. And then my nigga went and took the biggest leap that I think a person could take is that nigga went and got on a stage.
Oh yeah.
Woo! Let's talk about that, bro.
Joke, like, my boy. So when I first started, I was doing it at this spot in Lynn on Lewis Street called Bonefish Harry's.
Yeah, I remember that spot. Yeah.
And like I ain't gonna lie, like my mom kind of forced me to do it. She was like, "Yo, they got open mic night down over here." And
shout out mom.
Yeah, shout out mom.
Shout out mom.
She gonna see this and smile and shit. You know I'm gonna bring you up. But
what's up.
So I get it. So I went there the first time to just check it out. You know what I mean? The first time no one was really there. So I pulled back up the second week. Couldn't even find parking. The place is packed.
Oh snap!
Packed. So I get in there. There's like a little sign-in sheet. He's like, "Oh, what's your name?" I'm like, "Demo Woodz." He's like, "All right, you're next." Mind you, I never done it before. He's like, "You're next." Damn. Didn't even have time to take off my jacket or nothing. Couldn't sip on nothing. I was nervous as shit. They called me up. I get up there. I'm like, I said some dumb shit like, he said I was next, but I didn't know he meant next. Crickets. So I was like, I was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not even really prepared to do this right now and shit. I'll come back next week. I tried to walk off stage, and my mom ran up there. My mom like about 4 feet tall. She's like, nigga, you better stay up there and do them jokes, nigga.
Word. That's fucking fire.
So I was like, all right. So I did like my first joke. I got a couple laughs. I'm like, oh, all right, I got this shit. And then I finished the set. And then I went back like the following 3 weeks. And then like towards like when they was towards the end of that phase, like I was like the headliner. So
lit.
Yeah,
look at that.
Yeah, but like from being honest with you, the stand up is hard because you know you're in a room of people. you don't know most of them. You don't know what jokes is gonna hit. But for me, my experience is like when I get that first laugh, it's just to be smooth.
That's that food right there. You're like, that's that battery in your back.
But even to this day, like I always get the jitters like before I get on stage. But like I like the way I practice is I do my set like multiple times.
Yep.
I try to do it like, say if I have a show on like Thursday or something, I'll do the set like Monday, Wednesday, like probably like 50 times.
Yeah.
That way, when I get up there, it just goes smooth. And then what I've been doing lately is I'm learning how to interact with the crowd more because they love that when you do that.
They love that,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
because when you interact with the crowd, it makes them know that everything's original. They like a person who can freestyle. You know what I mean?
So I did a show not too long ago at the Vault. That was probably one of my best performances over there.
Really?
I shut that.
I seen a clip of it. Obviously I didn't get to go show up to the show, but I did see a clip of it, and that was when I was like, damn, my nigga's been because that's not the first time I seen you on the stage.
Yeah.
I was like, he's really been doing this shit like more consistently for real. So that's why and as you see, I'm still in the beginning of the podcasting thing, and I'm like, I gotta get him on here, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Because you're really getting some traction right now, and you active as fuck, bro. And I definitely want to be one of the ones to encourage you to keep going. That's why I wanted you to be here and talk about what you got going on and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, you know, shit can happen, and fucking you can get discouraged in the snap of a finger, bro. You know what I'm saying? But nah, you kept it pushing, bro, and you're doing amazing, bro. No bullshit. Definitely proud of you if nobody else said it. Because you know where we come from, nigga.
It's rough. It's rough, you know?
It's hard to be funny sometimes, nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When everything around you seems to be so serious, you know what I'm saying? But
luckily for me, like I'm like naturally funny, so it's not like I have to really try. You know what I mean? So that's why I said it's a talent, like it's a gift. I could like even when I'm not even trying to be funny, it's funny. You know what I'm saying? I could freaking fall down the stairs and fuck my leg up, y'all laughing at me and shit like type shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
So what about your major inspirations as far as comedians and shit like that? Who's inspired you to really wanna?
So number one,
to do it.
Mine Lawrence. I feel like he's my GOAT because like that's how I got into it, the characters and all that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I got a character named Rufus.
I was gonna get into Rufus next.
Everybody be saying he's like Jerome. Nah, Rufus is a different animal. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got that laugh and shit.
Yeah, that laugh is hilarious. Ah man, you can't do it without the teeth. I was gonna say you gotta do it. You can't do it without the teeth.
I can't do
you gotta be a character to be Rufus. Nah, definitely y'all make sure y'all check out Demo Woodz on IG. It's real.
Demo Woodz.
It's Demo Woodz.
With a Z.
With a Z. And let me tell you something. Yo, his videos will have you cracking up. Definitely look for what is it, Uncle Rufus?
Just Rufus.
Just Rufus, bro. Hilarious as fuck. The laugh. That laugh. Yeah, that's it. That's a trademark.
I might give him a treat at the end of the show.
Word.
We'll see how it goes. But yeah, Mine Lawrence, man, he's my GOAT. Like that dude is funny as shit.
Actually.
His stand-ups. All his characters, like he got Jerome, he got little Roscoe, the nigga with the snotty nose.
Yeah, you can't say shit about Martin to me neither. No bullshit. He's definitely top 5 dead or alive. No bullshit.
Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy too. Eddie Murphy is a legend for sure.
He likes the OGs. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
OGs, and then right now it's my favorite right now is probably Mike Epps.
Mike Epps. Yeah. Mike Epps the guy.
What. Yeah.
And you know what I like about him is he stays true to himself outside of the business world.
Exactly.
He don't get involved in a lot of the fucking politics and the bullshit in Hollywood. Because Mike Epps got to keep his integrity and his manhood. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they won't get where that come from.
Yeah.
But he's an official dude. You know, I learned over the years. When he first did Next Friday and shit, you know what I mean? I'm thinking he's just like another Smokey, and you know, he's trying to replace, because that's what everybody hated on him in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie. He was funny as shit. Let's not get that twisted, but it was like, damn, we wanted Smokey again. And he's just a replacement for Smokey. He'll be back. Nah, then he came out with another Friday, and I'm like, yo, bro, this man is dangerous.
Yeah, he made a name. Like, he made his name.
He made a name for himself. Exactly. He made a name for himself. Not only, and I know he don't like when motherfuckers call him Day Day in public, so don't think, I ain't gonna do that to you, OG. Word up. But nah, like, I've watched his comedies over the years, and I see that the man moves to the beat of his own drum. You know what I'm saying? Nobody telling that nigga how to operate and how to be, and he don't give a fuck about how you feel. It is what it is. I got mad respect
for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Mike Epps definitely one of the goats right now. This comedy shit, for real.
And then you gotta throw in Bernie Mac. Like, Bernie Mac is.
That's one of my top 3.
Yeah.
Bernie, one of my top. Damn, man. R.I.P. to Bernie Mac, man. Definitely one of the best fucking comedians to ever do it.
Yeah.
Ever do it.
No one's ever gonna replicate him. Like this. He's that dude.
And that's because he was naturally funny. That's because a lot of his shit. Yo, it seemed like a lot of his jokes he ain't even write.
Yeah.
That's what my favorite part about him was. Even if his shit was written, I could never tell, bro. Because he was always talking about real life experiences. He was always talking about shit that he was dealing with in real life and implementing that into, you know, the stories.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad you didn't say Kevin Hart. Respectfully, well, I don't know if he was going there, but I just feel like everybody just jump on Kevin Hart nowadays as far as the comedian thing, and I feel like he's a dope comedian, but I don't feel like he's.
I know what you're trying to say, because I felt the same way, but I saw him like 2 weeks ago. He was in where was he at? He was in Springfield.
Yeah.
My whole opinion changed on him after I saw him live.
Yeah.
He was funny and shit. He kept it real, like, yeah.
So that cliche, so the shit that he be doing for Hollywood is kind of like, it's different from like being able to go to like a real Okay, Kevin, I'm gonna give you another shot with the comedy shit. I like his acting. I like his movies and shit like that. But I really fell off from after his first few specials. I feel like he was just a lot of the specials that he drops. I think, and that might be my problem. A lot of the specials after the first 3 were just like pushes. Like you were trying too hard on that one, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
I think this last one that he just did, that might be up there with the first 2 or 3 of them.
Get out of here.
Dead ass.
Oh yeah. That's the Kevin I need to see. No bullshit. That's the Kevin I need to see. Maybe I just feel like he got a little too comfortable in Hollywood because he got too big.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was, and maybe he had to, you know, shut niggas up again.
Yeah,
shut me the fuck up, dog. You know what I mean?
Shut me up.
Shut me up, dog.
Wow. I was impressed.
Mm-hmm. You think Ye's crazy?
I mean, he's crazy. Like, we could say that, but he's a smart type of crazy. You feel me?
I agree. I fucks with everything. I fucks with Ye. I fucks
he
with
knows
Ye.
what he's doing.
I just be wanting to see other people's opinions because I know Ye's he's a well calculated person.
Yeah.
And a lot of shit he does has he's doing it for a reason, and that's why he was able to have everything taken away and still show that he can get richer than all the niggas that would. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You seen him try to. First of all, let's break some numbers down real quick, because you've seen. I don't know if y'all seen this, but you can look this up too. This is why I wish my fact check nigga was right. You know what I mean? So at one point, Kanye was considered the richest black man in American history.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember hearing that?
Not true.
That is true.
There was a person who owned all of what is now Egypt. It was in the trillionaire.
No. I said American history.
Oh.
See? You got to be specific. No. You're talking about Mansa Musa. Yes, and that's in history ever. Yeah.
Person ever.
Yeah, absolutely. They're supposed to be making a movie about that too, Mansa Musa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I forget who the fuck was gonna be behind that. 2 very important directors. But yeah, Kanye went down as the richest black man in American history. He was worth $11 billion.
Oh Shit.
11 billion. See, and don't ever think Forbes know what they talking about. Forbes do not know how much these niggas got. Everybody goes to Forbes and be like, well, Forbes says Jay-Z's worth this much. Forbes don't know shit.
You know you have to enter to be on the Forbes list? You're only in it if you request to be put on it.
Yeah, I heard about that too,
So
years ago.
It's not even like, we go after you. It's like, you inquired to us to put you on this list.
Very true.
Oh, I didn't know
And a lot
If
of...
you put the richest people, they're not on the Forbes list.
Yeah, but a lot of famous people, but if those people don't do it, they're businesses and people do it for them. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they feel like it should be known to the public.
It puts like a social
and
status
it's
on you.
yeah, and it's a guess. These motherfuckers have no idea what these people are really worth. You know what I'm saying? But so Ye went down as the richest black man in American history because he was worth about $11 billion. Genuinely, fuck Forbes list. He was worth 11 bill, right? Then the Adidas thing happened, and they say he lost with like $1.6 billion, and now he's down to $430-something million, and he's no longer richer than Jay-Z and P. Diddy. And I'm like, wait, what happened to the other $8-9 billion y'all niggas are not talking about right now?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So then, not only did they say, bang, Kanye, he lost $1.6 billion, now he's down to $400-something million, and they froze his all accounts and shit. 2 years later, less than 2 years later, this motherfucker's back richer than Jay-Z and P. Diddy on the Forbes list.
Oh, yeah? See?
$2.77 billion. Still, with nobody's help. Everybody turned on him. And he started selling $20 clothing items and still became richer than all these niggas all over again, overnight.
Yeah, that's why
With
I
no
never
help.
had nothing.
Yeah, you're not going to tell me nothing about Ye, bro. You know what I mean? Yo, word. They go, well, he's all this Nazi shit and da-da-da-da-da-da. And I be, what you think about the Nazi? Before I give my opinion on it, I want to know what you think about, like, because everybody's going crazy about the Nazi t-shirts, the shit he's saying.
Put everything on the table. Cat Williams.
That was my next thing. We talking about comedy, so we're going to go to Cat Williams next. How do you feel about her? Do you agree that what he said on the Shannon Sharp show, that it was official, that he stood on business? Do you think he was out of pocket as a comedian and trying to, because a lot of people try to make it seem like, you trying to tear down other black brothers and sisters in the industry and that talk about the white people. I mean, I feel like he's talked about the white people. And he does that all the time, too. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like anything he did was wrong. I feel like he was telling his story about his experiences and his, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't see nobody fact check him. I didn't see nobody try to press charges, sue him, or nothing. So I don't really feel like what he did was wrong. I kind of agree, and that's my opinion. What you feel?
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I don't think I would have did no shit like that, but I'm not in his position. Like, he's went through a lot of shit, like with Steve Harvey and all them dudes. Like, they try to like snake him and stuff like that. So like, he probably felt like the need to say all that shit, and then everything he said was true because he talked about all the Diddy shit that happened like probably like 6 months later. So like, I'm not mad that he did it. Like, it was probably necessary.
Yeah.
But me personally, I don't think I would have gone in there and did all that shit. But it was very entertaining.
Yeah, I definitely agree he had the status to be able to speak like that.
Exactly.
Like, I don't think that either me or you, honestly, like, could get up there and just be saying that shit. Because I can give you my opinion about some shit all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can only tell you what I know about what's going on in the industry based on what I've read. I have a lot deeper of an understanding because I have some friends that are actually famous and in the industry. So I got a couple of little cheat codes and shit as opposed to a lot of people you might get information from. And I do a lot more reading than a lot of people when it comes to like for example, like the Rick Rubin autobiography, fucking when the bitch Superhead came out with the book, with a book,
Superhead.
you know what I mean?
Hold on. Superhead.
Great book too.
Yo, it was amazing.
You read it?
It was a fire ass book. I read Prodigy's book. I read Bone Thugs' book.
You read that
like
book.
I read a lot of people's books in the industry, and I was telling their stories and what was going on behind closed doors. And a lot of people stray away from reading, so they don't get to really know what's going on for real. Like, a lot of these people have been telling us since the fucking 90s what's going on in this hip hop game and how it's connected to politics and the FBI and the CIA and all. Like, I've been in that shit. I'm 13, 14 years old and I'm knowing this shit. I'm walking in I'm walking in studio sessions with motherfuckers and I'm like, y'all niggas trying to get signed? They're like, yeah, we trying to get signed, nigga, this, that. I'm like, yo, which one of y'all sucking dick first? Everybody shut up and start getting serious and getting mad because now they're like, nigga, get the fuck out of here, nigga, I'm a gangster, nigga.
Yeah.
You gonna be bent over some table, nigga, you wanna be a million.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and they start laughing and shit because I'm based off what I'm reading. I got famous motherfuckers telling me from their own mouth that they got a lot of fuck shit going on in the industry. You want to get this deal, you got to come in this back office right quick. You know what I mean? Man or woman, nigga.
But I never understood, like, why is that, like, the standard? Like, why did...
It's for collateral, bro.
Oh, okay.
It's for collateral. It's so that you always do what the fuck you're told or your whole brand will be ruined, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Because they're not just taking you in that background, they're videotaping.
Yeah, everything's on tape, bro. Everything's on tape. I watched a video, I forget who posted it, but it was like, for example, this is a scenario. You go into a room with an executive, right? You going to sign a deal or whatever, going to talk business, whatever. You just sit here, like you sitting here talking across from me right now. A little girl walks in the room, like, oh, hey, this is my daughter, Allison. Allison, hey, meet Demo. Shake his hand. Say hi to her, Demo. Hi, how you doing, little girl? This and that. Snap my finger, all her clothes drop to the floor. She's butt-ass naked in front of you. You're on camera now in front of a little girl? Yep, butt naked. Now but too late. You're already sitting in the same place as a little naked white girl. You feel me?
And it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what you say. It looks like you was playing with that little kid, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? So now her clothes are off naked and they're going to tell you going to sign this deal now?
Yeah.
Because if you don't sign the deal, you're fucking ruined.
So they don't give you no chance, huh?
No.
They don't give you, damn. Shit, if I sign it, can she put her clothes on? Shit, nigga.
See what I'm saying? That's what it comes down.
Yeah, see,
that's what it comes down to. Yo, bro, you're stepping into a dangerous world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you, because I've been rapping for 15 plus years, bro. I've had deals. I've had Sony. I've had Warner Brothers. I've had deals come across the table for me that I did not sign because I knew what it was going to take to get them deals. I've had motherfuckers offer to fly me out just to sign the contract because they wanted to party with me first. And I'm like, I don't smoke and drink. Even though I do, I'm just like, I don't smoke and drink anyway. You can just send it to me. I'll sign it, send it back. Have my lawyers read it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, nah, you got to come out here, man. Get the real experience. Like, no. I'm not.
The real experience.
I've literally lost deals like that. I promise I've lost deals like that.
Same.
Like I've literally, like, after I've told them I'm not going to fly out because I don't party and I'm in a spiritual place right now and shit like that, they're like, okay, we're not going to do this. You know what I'm saying?
That booty.
Bro, bro, no bullshit, bro. And I was always afraid that was the reason they said no. What else could be the reason? You already respected the talent.
Mm-hmm.
Did they?
Right. You already acted like you respected the talent because you sent the contract. You told me I had the deal. You sent the paperwork.
What they like to do is try and find the level of desperity.
Correct.
How desperate is this person?
And you got to think, a lot of the people we glorify they're broke as fuck, bro. Mm-hmm. I be telling niggas, put me in the room with Lil Baby, Lil Durk, you know what I mean? Free the homie Durk too. I'm not a dickhead like that. But like, put me in a room with these niggas, play Big Bang, take Lil Bang, bro. I bet you I got more bread than these niggas. I bet you. See, these niggas think that in the industry, you go into this shit in debt, bro. When you sign in contracts and shit and getting advances and shit like that, you're going into this shit in debt. And that's why I always encourage people to do this shit independent and do it your way, bro. Mm-hmm. Always follow. And that's, for you too as a comedian, bro. Always do it your way. You get some kind of deal, you just make sure it's a deal where it's equity deal. Where it's something that you keep 80-90% of your shit and they get the smaller portion. Yeah. Where they working for you type shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't never want to take no shit where we're going to give you $5 million right here up front and you're going to do that. No, nigga, I don't even want your bread up front, little nigga. Don't stop playing with me. When they offer you that, stop playing with me. Like, you got to make up how the fuck you want to be treated. And once you get to a certain point, because nowadays, you're not even going to have the conversation with these people unless you have the following, and you're already going to be in a position to do it yourself independently before you get the record deal or the business deal or the contract anyways. Because if like I said, we know how talented you are and shit like that, but if you ain't doing the numbers that they want to see, they ain't going to come give you no paperwork. Exactly. They ain't going to give you it don't matter how talented you are. They want you to be able to prove that you can monetize your shit. They want you to have a crazy following. Like, nigga, what the fuck do I need you for then?
Exactly.
I can if you got 1 million followers, right? And say you had a website or something where people could subscribe to you for 99 cents a month, $1 a month. But you got 1 million followers. Then you'll know who your real fans are because they'll subscribe to whatever. Say you start a website where you can do exclusive shit and give out exclusive packages for certain, for just your real core fans, right? And the only thing they got to do is pay $1 a month for your website. Imagine just 10,000 to 20,000 of them people out of 1 million every month paying $1, bro.
Add up.
That's 20 racks a month for doing nothing.
You know what? It's always crazy to me, in an artist perspective, is someone could have no following here and be from the city and sell out a European tour all across Europe.
Oh, correct.
Like that's what I love too. Is
Yo, Europe alone.
You can have 10,000 people go across a European tour and enjoy every landmark there is in fucking
big facts.
You have no connection with at all, like in like location.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was always crazy to me to see European tours.
Yeah, they're the best. They're the best, bro. Cause Europe, especially London, man, their fucking respect for hip hop is nuts, bro. They don't give a fuck about that new shit neither. Don't come over there with the singy-songy bullshit.
Yeah.
They want to hear ST Knack type lyrics. They want to hear bars. Like, they don't give a fuck about that trendy shit. If you ain't on some Wu-Tang fucking, like, you know what I mean?
And no
like,
one supports you like a stranger.
Yeah.
No one supports you like a stranger.
Absolutely.
You've never met before.
That's
big facts.
Don't listen to the best music. He's always DJing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be on the ones and twos.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, back to Ye real quick about the swastikas and all that shit. Like, the swastika on the t-shirt, everybody talking about the Nazi shit. He was saying shit about Hitler being cool and all that shit. We know that he's
Hitler
also being
cool.
Yeah, he said Hitler was so dope. That was one of his posts. Hitler was so dope.
See, that's the shit I'm talking about right there. That's why I say he crazy a little bit. You know what I mean?
But let me break this down, right? So we know that he's saying Hitler's so dope. We know that one of the reasons is because he's being petty, and that he knows that he can say it on a platform without being called anti-Semitic now, and being taken down. So that's one of the reasons he's saying it. He's also saying it because Hitler was responsible for a lot of dope shit. He was an inventor. He was a very smart guy. He invented the microphone. I always make sure I put that out there because as a rapper, I use a microphone. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You use a microphone as a comedian. You feel me?
One right now. Man.
You feel me? Like He invented the microphone. You feel me? So like he did some dope shit. He was a very intelligent dude. And the fact that he was responsible for killing 2 million Jews is the reason why we're not allowed to speak his name in a positive light, or we're basically considered anti-Semitic. But it's okay if we talk about, the transatlantic fucking slave trade, and we can talk about killing niggers all day. 20 million, because, that was 20 million, not 2. Just so y'all know, 20 million, 2 million, 20 million, 2. And we can talk about killing black motherfuckers all day. You can talk about slavery, Kunta Kinte. They got movies about it. They got, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. TV shows, series. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can talk about that shit all day. But as soon as you say something about, the Holocaust or Jew this or Jew that, it becomes anti-Semitic. Nah, we're just fucking speaking, guys. Chill out. Just like y'all talk about slavery and shit like that, we talk about the Holocaust or whatever. Nigga, it's the same shit. We talking about the same shit, bro. How you gonna tell us what we can and can't talk about, bro? And how we supposed to feel about it? But then tell us we got the right to feel a certain way and the right to think a certain way. You got men thinking that they could be women now, and women thinking they could be men now. So how the fuck you telling me what I can think and what I can say? Crazy as hell. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you.
But on this comedy journey that you're on right now, where do you see yourself in the next? Like, what's your plans moving forward? You got any? I know you probably got some new material you're working on. I'm not even gonna go there. I don't even want you to get at the motherfuckers right now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But definitely, like, where you see yourself with the comedy in the next fucking 5 years? You know what I mean?
Next 5 years, man. I want to be like national with it. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to go to like New York or Atlanta. Cali or something, and like people know who I am. You know what I'm saying?
You want to start touring and shit like that?
Yeah, I just want to. I mean, I walk down the beach. Oh, they go demo right there. Look. Can we get a picture? Like type shit. You feel me? Absolutely. But I know it's gonna take a lot of work. But I feel like I have like the blueprint. Like I know what needs to be done. I got the material. I got the mind for it. It's just the matter of figuring out this fucking algorithm, man.
Yeah, okay, so the algorithm shit. Just a little advice I can give you about building one. Because I stray away from my algorithm all the time, even though I know better than to do what the fuck I'm doing. But you do it pretty good because you only speak about comedy shit on your platform. It's like you don't want to share, and this is why a lot of people get mad, like, I didn't share your video because, you know, like, you got a lot of friends who are doing like music videos, for example. I'm a rapper. I got other rapper friends. And like, say Justin Clancy, he's one of the more popular people, right? And like, say if I got something coming out, he's probably not going to post it if he's got something coming out as well that he's working on, because he does like what's called a rollout. So you fuck up your algorithm by sharing somebody else's shit on your wall. You'll start getting all the shit that comes through my algorithm. You feel me?
Oh, yeah?
Same thing with tagging people. I don't know if you know that. So if you post some shit, you know how you get those people who post like, oh, you and 95 other people were just tagged in this new music video. Don't allow that shit on your page. Hide that shit.
Yeah.
When niggas tag you and 75,000 other people and some shit, you literally just shitted on your algorithm, nigga. Just ruined it. All them algorithms just piled up in your shit. You don't know what. That's why you used to scroll through your shit, be like, I don't be looking for shit like this on my algorithm. You got a whole bunch of other people's shit all just fucking up your shit.
Nigga, Remy Boy Rock, better stop tagging my shit, nigga. You on my page like 4 times, nigga. You heard him say take it off, nigga. You heard
Remy Def be tagging 100 motherfuckers on his post.
That's it.
Nah, you gotta just not allow it. And you could tell, yo, if he sends it to you personally, and you share it on your story, that's not gonna fuck up your algorithm.
Okay.
But having a nigga tag you and share all that shit on your wall and shit like that, your wall should be nothing but Demo Woodz and or other comedians. Funny shit from other comedians, little clips from them, like reels and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
You should never be talking about anything that has nothing to do with comedy, because now you're gonna attract, the comedy world is gonna be attracted to your shit. Everybody who's looking for something funny your shit's gonna pop up on their feed. You
so like, what about like motivational shit? Cause I like posted like some motivational
story.
Yeah, on story. Yeah.
Yep. That's because once you put it on your wall, algorithm. Because now you're gonna have a blend. You're gonna have a blend of all this shit. You feel me? Which is cool to have motivational shit too. But if you're building a brand right now, you know what I'm saying. So you got to be super disciplined about that shit. And I feel like a lot more people watch your story than watch your timeline anyway. I feel like I get a lot more views on my stories than people who would scroll past my, you know what I mean? And
For
just
me,
randomly
it's like
see.
the opposite.
For real?
Yeah.
So you get a shit ton of views like on the wall. Yeah, so you don't want to fuck that up.
Yeah.
Don't share nothing but comedy related shit. You know what I'm saying? On your actual wall. Like if you're doing like music, right? Like, so say Remy shared you some music. If you wanted to use some of his music for one of your comedy skits or something, or in the background, or if you want to in the background of one of your pictures, that's how you support the other niggas. You feel me? So, because you're not a rapper. You know what I mean? But for you to be able to support a rapper just like a rapper supporting you, like, I'm not a comedian, but if you send me something comedy, I'm probably gonna post it. I'm gonna post my music, popped it right after your shit's done. You know what I mean? The clip that I'm posting to you, my music's gonna come on type shit. You remember that shit? Stop, bitch, stop playing with me. You remember that shit? That song that came out? It was literally mad little dumb video. It'd be a fight in the street, and then that song, bitch, stop playing with me. Niggas are coming running your spot, bitch, stop playing with me, right? And that was him building that song ended up going viral. Because he was just posting random crazy shit, doesn't matter what it was. But his song would pop up next, you feel me? So like if I was to share one of your videos on my actual wall, I would post the video, boom, the clip would post up, boom, and then my song would come on. So that it's still related. You feel me? That still keeps my algorithm fire.
Okay,
you feel me?
Right. So there's a science.
So same thing. Like if you go post like a video or a picture, you can literally go type in on the Facebook. So you know how you add music to your pictures or your story or whatever. Big Picture Fats. And I got a catalog of shit you can post as your background music. Remy Boy Rock probably got a catalog of shit you can post. Anybody you fuck with in the city, you can type that shit on any Instagram, Snapchat. My shit's on every platform. I know that. Like this, it doesn't matter, Pandora, whatever it is. You can type my shit in and you can get some music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how we grow. And a lot of times, we live in a place where everybody want to see you doing good, but not better than them. So, so you got motherfuckers who act like they support you, but they're not gonna talk about you. They ain't gonna share yours. You dropping your shit in niggas' inboxes and they just laugh at your shit, but they ain't gonna share it on their story.
Yeah.
Why, nigga? Why? You just shared fucking Beyonce shit. You shared these people you'll never see a day in your life.
Fucking shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Uzi Vert twerking and shit on your page. And
right. The thing is, they scared. The niggas be afraid. Like, damn, if I share this nigga, that might be 10 more niggas that see his shit that I don't want to see. Because I don't want this nigga to be doing better than me. I don't want this nigga to get 1 million views in it. He gonna forget about me anyway once he get big. Like, that's how they think.
They do be thinking.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't see it like, nigga, we got to be able to be, we all we got. We got to be here for each other, bro. And that's why I tell niggas, Like I got into an argument with one of my he's damn near family to me, bro. Got into not even an argument, but a little disagreement about how he was like, you working on any new music and shit like that? I'm like, yeah, I got a catalog. I got shit tons of songs I ain't dropped yet. I'm just figuring out what to do with them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He's like, send me some shit, this and that. I'm like, nah, you gotta wait till it drop like everybody else and share, support my shit. Like, and he was like on some like, basically like, like all that, like you see, that's why niggas don't really be fucking with you like that. Like, yeah, like you know what I mean? Like you think you too good to say, like, nigga, I known you since you was 5 years old or this and that. Like you're not getting the big picture here, my guy. You being able to click on my song when it comes out actually helps me. That's all I want you to do. I'm not asking you for nothing that costs money. Yeah. That makes you a dick rider, right? That's you know what I mean? And that's what the nigga try to make it seem like that's dick riding or whatever. Like, you supposed to do that, nigga. You supposed to support me.
What the fuck? It's free.
You supposed to click on the shit. So you want me to send you the song before it drops so that when it drops, it's owed to you and you're not clicking on it.
So asking for a favor isn't dick riding?
Say it again now?
So him asking for your track without you posting it is not dick riding?
I guess he didn't see it that way.
You get what I'm saying?
I guess he didn't see it that way. You know what I'm saying? And
because you know why?
I should have brought it up like that in the argument. Like, you trying to get the shit before.
Like, you texting me on the low.
It's because it's behind the scenes. Like,
it's behind the scenes.
No one can see that.
I'm like, support me publicly, bro. Share it on your wall.
On the low.
Right, on the low. Right. I guess it's dick ride. That's fire. Dick riding on the low.
That's allowed.
Which is fake as fuck, bro. I hate niggas like that, bro. Like, what do you mean you're not, like, you feel like you deserve to have my shit before it comes out because you know me? Same thing when I used to promote shows and motherfuckers used to try to get in for free, and I'm like, bro, no. Like, nigga, you sell weed, you gonna give me, you're the weed man. You gonna give me weed for free because you're my homie and I've known you? That's how I feed the kids. This is how I feed my kids, bitch. I ain't no drug dealer.
Right.
I fucking sell, you know what I mean? I'm selling tickets. You selling bags of weed. So buy a ticket if you want to get in this motherfucking show. I don't give a fuck if you know me or not. Like, and that's what we lack here. Is that little basic, simple support and respect from people that see that you're trying to do something great, and they just really want to hate on you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but that's just how it is. That's just part of the game.
What'd you feel about where we going at politically right now?
I don't really get into politics like that.
No?
No.
Well, I guess that's a blessing and a curse, I should say. I used to be the same way. I used to really hate politics. I think it was because of my lack of knowledge of politics back then. I was like young and I didn't give a fuck about none of that shit, you know what I'm saying? But politics, when I learned that, it has so much to do with rap because I'm a rapper, you know what I'm saying? When I learned how deeply that shit was implanted into fucking hip-hop, the hip-hop industry and shit like that, I'm like, damn. I'm like, I gotta start paying attention to what's going on with these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to ask you a crazy ass question right now.
Me?
Yeah. Crazy question. It's not that crazy of a question to me. So you said you see yourself going, national in the next 5 years and doing more traveling, touring, and becoming more of a household name type shit.
For sure.
Is there any people that you would like to work with on your way there, like that are probably not like the biggest comedians that I know you want to work with, the names that you said inspire you? I know that would be fucking amazing. But before you get there, is there some of these new upcoming like comedians and shit that you would like to work with to like help build your brand on the way up and shit like that? Is there any that you've reached out to?
Honestly, I'll work with anybody right now, bro. Like I don't really have like a team like that right now, so I'll work with anybody. Like we can make shit happen. Yeah. But there are some funny niggas I'll fuck with right now. They I like, what's his name? Jack Funny.
I've never heard of him.
I think he's from Detroit.
Jack Funny? Yeah. That's his name? I'm gonna follow him now.
You'll probably be like, oh, this dude, like.
Yo, Jack Funny, make sure you shout out my man Demo Woodz, because he just got you a new fan, new follower.
Yeah,
I'm about to add you.
Haha Davis.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
There's like mad dudes like that. I feel like if I had the opportunity, we'd come up with something fire. Like,
oh, Jack Funny. Okay, I do. I've seen a bunch of this. I didn't know that was his name. Okay.
Yeah, there's like mad dude. There's even some dudes in Boston I wanna fuck with. There's a dude his name's Harvard's Eye or something like that. Yeah. If I could collab with him, that would go crazy. Like, just anybody that's willing to do some shit. Like, you feel me? Like,
we're gonna make that happen.
You get what I'm saying?
We're gonna make that happen. Y'all heard it here first on the gray area, bro. We're gonna make that happen for my homie Demo. And when y'all see this motherfucking clip,
get to it.
Y'all make sure y'all tag these motherfuckers too. Y'all tag these, especially that tall, light-skinned motherfucker. What's his name? Jack Funny? Jack Funny. You funny motherfucker, you.
Yeah, with me.
I seen your videos. Yo, when he just said, I'm like, Jack Funny, then when I see nigga, this nigga be out here always yelling at somebody and shit.
Yeah, he's mad. There's like, I follow a bunch of like comedians like that, like, and everyone got their own style. I feel like I got my own swag and style with it.
I can't say that I can relate you to a lot of the you know, like I said, like Ha Davis and like all these younger and newer fucking comedians coming up have their own style, like you said, and that's one of my favorite things about you. You don't remind me of none of them, because I see a lot of niggas coming up trying to emulate these niggas, and that's the way they're failing at, because they don't have no originality. They're not being themselves. They're trying to be like somebody else. But you can mesh good with motherfuckers like that. Those different personalities and characters and shit like that. That shit can be an amazing thing, bro. And that's another thing about monetization. You know what I'm saying? Even if it seems weird, jump in these niggas' inboxes and stay in their inboxes. Go on their shit on their Instagram and, you know, right where it says they're booking, if they got management and shit like that. Because that's the only time they really won't contact you back, is when they have a management team and they have it posted on their IG, on their bio, you know, for booking information or whatever. Even if you're not booking a show, you can still reach out to their management saying that you're another comedian wanting to collab or work. You know what I'm saying? Do that shit, bro. Click on them shits, bro, and hit these niggas up. I don't give a fuck if you gotta do it 10 times a month. They gonna know that you're serious, and they're like, yo, let me work with this young man, bro. He's just another young man trying to get his shit together.
Yeah, and
trying
shit gonna be funny, what I'm saying? Like, no matter what.
A lot of that shit is organic. Like, look at Joyner Lucas and Chris Brown. When they started dropping them bangers, Chris Brown did that shit out of kindness of his heart, because he's a real nigga, dog. Chris Brown, GOAT. Now, when we want to talk about GOATs, that's my GOAT.
Don't get her started with the Chris Brown. Take your ass over there. Chris Brown.
Look, she waving herself.
Get your ass over there.
Chris Brown, we sending her to take a picture with a stack next week, nigga. Word up. But nah, when I seen that chemistry, especially, you know, Joyner, you know, coming from Massachusetts and shit like that, I met him way back before he was ever famous, like when me and Clancy was like little young boys doing shows and shit. A lot of times we'd have to leave Lynn, go do shows in Worcester and Providence and shit like that. And a lot of times he'd be on the same card. Like, we didn't really know each other back then because we wasn't shit, you know what I'm saying? But what he's doing now is fucking amazing, as far as the music industry, as far as helping other artists get their music out there and shit. I'm fucking very proud of Joyner Lucas. Definitely shout out to the homie for that. Yeah. But you know, he got, you know, when everybody started noticing him was when he did the songs with Chris Brown. He did like 3 or 4 bangers with him, and that's like, you know, Chris Brown seen something dope in him. He seen a young, hungry artist, and he liked to do style and shit. And you know, he didn't, oh, yo, I'm gonna need $1 million because I'm Chris Breezy, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, and that's how real chemistry works, bro. That's how it really works, bro. It literally takes just one person to believe in you. Yeah. And for you to just be dedicated. If you ain't consistent, which you're very consistent, so stay consistent. If you ain't consistent, bro, and you're not dedicated, nobody's gonna take you seriously. That's 100%. But, you know, once you show your face and you start being on these motherfuckers' backs, bro, they're gonna work with you, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I promise you they're gonna work with you.
You gotta get in them rooms, you know what I'm saying? Once I get in them rooms, I'll be good. Like.
And then another thing about your monetizing, when you post your comedy videos and stuff, tell us to tag somebody. Like, yo, tag your favorite comedian in this fucking, you know what I mean? Yeah. Tag your favorite comedian under the post right now. You know what I'm saying? And you'll see, niggas will be tagging Kevin Hart and all these big names and shit like that. And you might think these motherfuckers don't see it, but after they getting tagged 5-10 times on the same shit, they see that stuff. These niggas is flying on planes just doing this. When they traveling in their private jets for 7-8 hours at a time and shit, trust me, they're looking at their social media like everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Exactly.
I'm gonna be seen for sure.
Yeah, you are.
I know it. Like, I could just imagine me and Mike Epps in a skit. That shit's gonna go crazy,
exactly.
Bro. Like,
you know what's funny? What? And you know what's funny? That's such a realistic thing, because Mike Epps is the type of person that would look at you as an equal. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Yeah. Mike Epps would not look at you as some fucking young punk thinking he's, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's gonna look at you as an equal. He's not gonna look at you like he's just a regular little fanboy. He's gonna be like, yeah, brother, like, let's go ahead and get you paid, nigga. Like, that's why I fucks with him. No bullshit. What kind of words of encouragement do you got for other people coming up and, you know, wanting to do comedy or or anything where it has to take a lot of, because it takes a lot of humility to be able to do this stuff, to put yourself out there like that, act as certain characters, get on stage, and like you said, you get the jitters every time before. Even me, I've been doing this shit for 15, 20 years now, and I still get the jitters when I get on stage as a fucking, and I'm comfortable as shit. Once I say one word, it's like game over, nigga. I'm zoned out. Like, but walking up on that stage, I'm like, damn. Fucking.
That could be a big venue or a small venue.
It doesn't even matter. Same thing. Yep.
But they was saying, like, once you lose the jitters, that means you don't love it no more. I forgot who said that, but there was a comedian, I think it was Bruce or something. He said, yo, if you're not nervous anymore, that means you don't love it anymore.
That makes sense. That makes sense for sure.
Fear of making a mistake, right?
That's am I gonna be able to satisfy these people?
Am I gonna get that one laugh? And like you say, once you hear that one little giggle, laugh in the crowd, it don't matter how loud or how small it is, you're like, oh, I'm in there.
Exactly.
I'm locked
and as a rapper, I hate crowds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate crowds. Fucking hate them. I don't go to clubs. You do not catch me at clubs popping bottles. I don't get sections. None of that shit. That's why I got more money than you niggas. It's because I don't be spending my money in a section trying to be cute for these motherfuckers. But nah, I don't do that shit because I don't like crowds, bro. I always feel like somebody's out to get me. I always feel like somebody's watching me, trying to make, you know what I'm saying?
There's always niggas watching.
Because I used to be him. Like, I used to be in the streets. I was gangbanging and shit. I was running up in clubs and looking at niggas who dressed like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, that nigga ain't getting to his car safely today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've said this on before. I've said this plenty of times and I'll never stop. Like, I remember being that kid, so I know that these young motherfuckers is worse than we was back in the day. They'll do anything to prove themselves now. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers got switches now.
Yeah,
the YNs, nigga, they got switches now. So you gotta be careful. Like, you ain't gonna catch a nigga like me. I'm a gentleman, bro. I'm not, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. I'm not looking for women. I'm not looking for a new girlfriend. I'm not looking for none of that shit. Now, I feel like that's the kind of lifestyle. When you go to the club, you're looking for a certain type of attention. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just not looking for the attention that a club has to offer me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want your girlfriend, because I know she got a man, even though she say she don't. While she trying to have a nigga buy her drinks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't want your disloyal ass either. Like, you know what I mean? And then you got, like I said, you got motherfuckers who try to make sure you don't get home safe. You can't step on a nigga's shoes by accident. Mind you, everybody in there drinking. Everybody's in there off their equilibrium. Everybody fucked up. How you mad a nigga stepped on your shoes when everybody's drunk? This nigga could barely stand up. You mad he stepped on you or bumped into you, spilled the drink on you? Bitch, why you even dressed so fresh at the club when somebody can spill a drink on you? You got $1,000 shirt on, now you about to pop a nigga for your $1,000 shirt. Bitch, you should have wore that shit out to dinner. Yeah, you wore that shit to the club, nigga. Fact. Why the fuck I'm in here with a Fashion Nova suit on, dressed fresher than you for $100? Why you know what I'm saying? I went and bought $100 outfit, bro, and I'm drippy as fuck. I still got the same attention you getting from all these goofy bitches. For real, bro. Facts. Like, you wearing a $3,000 outfit, bro. You could barely even buy the bottle because you done bought your outfit. Facts. Because you out here trying to prove something and you mad somebody spilled some shit. Now you want to prove that you a warrior and you can fight. It just becomes a whole chain reaction of dumb shit. Facts. And that's why I don't like the club scene. And even when I go to like shows and shit like that, if they be like, oh, this person's coming to Boston and this and that. If we don't got backstage tickets and shit like that, if we ain't paying the maximum price to get backstage, or if it's not somebody that I know and I'm connected enough to get backstage, I'm not trying to go. Because I ain't squeezing through crowds and I ain't jumping over niggas and none of that craziness. I don't like it, bro. You know what I mean? They be like, well, how you a rapper and you don't like crowds? I'm like, motherfucker, because when I'm on the stage, that's my space. That's my space to do what I want to do, and then I can get off the stage and fucking get away from everybody again. I don't got to jump into the crowd with you motherfuckers after I perform. Exactly. You'll find me over in the corner or in the back in the green room. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. That's why I could do that shit. You know what I mean? But the anxiety definitely has never left me, not a single day. You know what I'm saying? I definitely, no matter how confident the performance seems, bro, before I got on that stage, I definitely had them butterflies. And you said Bruce, right? Yeah, Bruce. That's definitely something I'm gonna hold near and dear to me, because if I ever do get into a position where I don't have those jitters no more, I'm gonna know in my mind that I may not be in love with what I'm doing anymore. That was crazy you fucking said that. Yeah. Make sure y'all pay attention to that.
So to answer your question, some advice I would give is, first and foremost, you gotta believe in yourself. You know what I mean? It sounds cliche, but if you don't believe in yourself, who the fuck gonna believe in you?
Correct.
Type shit. I would also say, you want to surround yourself with like-minded people that have your best interests, and people that's interested in doing the same things that you're doing and want to see you win. You know what I mean? You can't be around niggas that's hating on the side and shit, like fake smiling and shit. Like, you don't want to be around that. And just do it. Like, you only got one life to live. If you really want to do something, just try it. Like, you'll be more hurt living in the regret that you never tried it, and instead of trying it and failing. You know what I'm saying? It would be a worse feeling that regret and then failing. You get what I'm saying?
Couldn't agree more, bro.
And just have fun with it. Like, whatever you do, just try to have fun with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I love doing comedy, because that shit's fucking fun.
Absolutely.
Like, I love doing that shit. Like, the skits, that shit's like, you know what I mean? That shit's fun, especially when I'm doing like the characters and shit. It's like I'm just a whole different person. I'm just fun.
Same for me, bro. When it comes to the music videos, even though my, like, if you listen to my music, you can see that my music is very, it's a lot of factual shit. It's like, I don't really over exaggerate in my music. I'm really more telling my story for real. But I still have to get into a certain character when I do the video. So, like, you know, having to get into that zone of being able to, like, you know, portray something or act out something I've done before in a new light type shit. You know what I'm saying? And definitely to piggyback off what you said about believing yourself, how it sounds cliche and shit like that, but it don't, because like a lot of times people tell me I should be more humble, and I tell them fuck that humble shit, bro. Like, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know if that's one of your traits. I don't know if that's one of the things that you try to do, is to stay humble with what you're doing. But this is just advice for me. You don't have to take it. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I refuse to do is to ever be humble. Because to be humble is to literally to minimize your happiness and your enthusiasm for what you're doing because of what somebody else might be feeling or what they're dealing with. So, like, you know, me, say I bought a house tomorrow. I just bought me a multifamily property type shit. You feel me? I'm a landlord now, nigga. I'm on Facebook like, yeah, nigga, bought me a fucking 3-family, nigga. I'm a landlord, nigga, collecting these motherfucking rents, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers like, you need to humble yourself. But why, bitch? Because you're clearly not proud of me. You clearly ain't tooting my horn. You clearly ain't supporting me. You ain't fucking rooting for me. So who the fuck, like you just said, who's gonna believe in you? Who's gonna support you? Who gonna ride your shit better than you? Nobody. So always, nigga, I'm cocky as shit when it comes to looking at myself. I look at myself in the biggest light.
As you should,
I don't give a fuck what nobody else say, nigga. Word, I'm God in this frequency, nigga. I be conquering this third dimensional frequency, nigga, because I can do what I want, when I want, how I want, because I know I can. I don't need nobody else to tell me. I don't need nobody else to tell me that. I don't need nobody to push me, support me. I'm gonna do it anyway, like it or not, nigga. Period.
Like,
you ain't never gonna fuck this frequency up.
You heard what he said.
You feel me? And that's the thing. I operate on the love frequency. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I might be aggressive when it comes to how much I love myself, how cocky I am, how far I become. Because, nigga, ain't nobody else, like I said, gonna support me like that. But I operate in a love frequency because I still want for my brother what I want for myself. I don't never look at myself like, nigga, you ain't never gonna be where I'm at. I literally do my best every day. Pat can tell you, my homies in the studio in the other room can tell you that I do my best every day to put my brothers in the same position that I'm in. I don't have no secrets. I don't hide no plugs, no connections, no nothing when it comes to how far I've gotten and what I do. How do you do this? How are you able to purchase that, buy that, invest in that? I tell niggas what investments I've made, what companies I use, what clients I go through. I tell them everything because I want you to be just like me. I'm not worried about you replacing me, bitch. I'm solidified.
Preach.
You can't be me, nigga. You can only be you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Mr. PSA because he definitely got a brand called Me Be You. And that was a fire pun right there. But you can never replace somebody who's solidified, who's done what they've done. That's like you becoming a comedian and fucking, you can't replace Mike Epps, nigga. You know what I mean? You can't replace these motherfuckers. You can only get on the same platform and do as big as they can do. And if they want to see you do that shit, they're gonna push you to do that shit, bro. And that's how we supposed to do it.
Exactly.
All this gatekeeping and fucking, you know, I'm gonna keep this to myself because I'm the only one who could benefit. You a pussy. You a sucker. All you niggas who do that gatekeeping stupid shit, you a pussy and a sucker. Go fuck your mother, nigga. Word up.
Talk your shit, bro. Nah, I feel you. It's just spread the love, man.
Spread the love, man. And this is one of many. I'm sure we're gonna have you back on the show because this is definitely a vibe, and you still gonna be climbing. And we definitely got to collab. We spoke about collabing, everybody. Look, I'm telling everybody right now, because if you don't collab with me, I'm writing a diss track about this nigga, and it's dropping next Tuesday. You heard?
Now, speaking of music video, we supposed to do that music video a while back. I had that shit written out. Fire, bro.
We can still do it.
Let's do it.
Let's get to it.
Share all the things that you have how right now.
Yeah, definitely. You have to definitely. That's how we end it. We have to tell everybody where they can find you. And you have to let them know not only what you got going on, but what you got coming.
Okay, so first and foremost, you can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is Woodz with a Z at the end. Facebook Woodz with a Z at the end. I don't really be on Twitter like that, to be honest.
Me neither.
YouTube Woodz. So this sweater I got on, I don't know if you guys can see it from there, but
yeah, walk up to the camera a little bit. Show them real quick.
Me right here.
That's your brand?
Nah, this is I'm gonna get into it. Let me see it first though.
Yeah,
right here. So this right here, we was in a 48-hour film project. Yeah, you ever heard of one of those before?
Yeah.
So we got nominated to go to the Cannes Film Festival.
Okay, yep, I heard of that too.
It's in France.
Oh, London. Shit, it's in France?
I think it's in France, yeah. So, the film that we did was actually came out pretty fire. It was a dark comedy.
Oh, word?
Yeah. So
I'm into that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to check it out. Dark comedy. What?
It's still available to watch, right?
Yeah, please.
We didn't win because it was over like 125 teams.
Internationally.
Yeah, internationally. So we was going against people from Paris and Japan, Istanbul. But like the fact that we made it that far says a lot. Like shout out Chanta. He's the producer, the director. He wrote the whole thing and overnight.
Oh wow!
We filmed it the next day. He edited the next day and
damn.
Yeah. So I did
that's no sleep.
So we did get nominated for couple topics. Yeah. We had what was it? Best song, best original song. Your boy was on there.
Hey!
You know what I'm saying?
Word, that's what's up.
So I'll send that to you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got just mad shit going on. Like I'm about to drop a lot of skits. I'm gonna do a couple more shows, probably in Beverly off Cabot. I'm gonna do some shows over there.
Bet.
Me and her gonna be dropping some music too. I'm about to get back in the studio.
Love it. Make sure y'all come here to record.
Yeah,
hey,
for sure.
Make sure y'all come here for your studio sessions.
He's gonna be in
and
my new
I'm definitely
video.
willing to collab too. I definitely we'll do some music shit too.
Yeah.
And if you ever need some like music custom for your brand, like if you ever need like a specific song made for a specific reason, even if it's like a short clip or something, you want something, we could do that.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Cool. Even like whenever we do the skit that you want to do with me, we can actually do some shit in the studio. Like if you ever want to do some shit, you know what I mean? We can do shit here. We can do it anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta show you this real quick, bro.
Yeah.
Cause y'all niggas think I'm playing around here. Y'all niggas think I'm playing. Look at this right here. I'm gonna show you my notes. Right.
Bet.
Jokes, skits. Right.
Yep.
My thumb about to fall off.
Damn. Yeah, buddy.
Still going.
Yeah, y'all niggas is in for some shit. Y'all in for some shit.
So,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's serious shit.
I'm just trying to organize everything and map everything out so that way I could just have a nice flow. Keep just dropping shit. Get my numbers up and you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's how I'm doing this. That's why you haven't seen like a full episode really drop yet. I'm waiting to get like a nice handful of them done first before I, because I'm gonna be able to drop them every Sunday consistently. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody cancels a session, I don't want it to make me fall behind. I want to be able to have a few in the clip. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a dope thing for not only the locals and shit, people in the city, this right here is going to be able to show you. This interview alone is going to be able to show you where your support's coming from. Because as I'm building the algorithm for this and people are starting to see this and shit like that, you'll be able to see the comments, the likes, and we'll be able to see where people are watching from the most. So it'll be able to monetize. Like if you got more people liking your shit down in Virginia, then that's next place your ass got to go do a show at. You feel me? And that's the type. That's why monetizing is very important, and that's why it's really easy for like music motherfuckers and people who post on like YouTube and shit, because it literally will tell you where most of your attraction is coming from whatever states or countries or whatever. It'll literally be like, yo, most of the people watching your shit are in fucking Vegas or Montana. You know what I'm saying? So then you got to start reaching out to the motherfuckers and be like, yo, y'all niggas know me out there for real. Like, you know what I mean? So if you go to get a venue, you might be able to get an open mic night, and you be able to keep all the fucking, all the money at the door, and they get the money at the bar type shit. That's when you start getting paid, bro. You know what I'm saying? But y'all definitely make sure y'all keep y'all eyes and ears open for my dude Demo Woodz, bro, because he's just getting started, and this motherfucker, you can see that he's not stopping. You know what I'm saying? So definitely we gonna get on this roller coaster with him. Y'all gonna definitely see him on the gray area again. And y'all definitely gonna see a skit or two with your boy Frets. You know what I'm saying? We gonna jump on that shit, you know what I'm saying? I'll make y'all goofy motherfuckers laugh from time to time.
Don't be all shy and shit. You getting in the skit too.
I'll act my fucking heart out, bro. I don't know what to do, what emotion, bro. I'll punch me in the gut and make my tear come out. Put a little needle in my back, start poking me.
She's the gut puncher.
I'm the gut puncher.
He said she's too malicious.
I'm the gut puncher.
I kind of feel bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do this.
Like, you sure, bro?
Someone's going to be like, yeah, gut puncher.
All for the monetization.
Y'all seen that video of fucking Jake Paul punching Trippie Redd?
Oh, yeah.
In the stomach?
Yes.
I'm glad he did that. Cause
he caved that motherfucking whole shit in.
I'm glad he did that.
Me too, I ain't gonna lie.
Seated up Coil Ray, I ain't too happy.
Yo, you jealous? He seated up close. Damn, man. Damn, you know Benzino's the homie. Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that. OG.
Oh, my God. We out.
Nah, he's outside waiting right now. No, Nah, Benzino's the homie. AZ is a good ass dude. I met him.
You know I was just playing.
He said, I was just playing. Definitely, I would definitely be honored to fucking meet Coil Ray too. Her music is fucking fire, bro. She's definitely came a long way. You know what I'm saying? And when I found out that was his daughter, I was like, bro, that's fucking amazing, bro. Your legacy lives on, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have children in the industry that are actually able to do something. For real.
Which is crazy.
And of course, it's the nigga that everybody blackballed and everybody turned their back on and disrespect online. And you know what I'm saying? Of course, look, now, because think about it, right? A lot of people, and I can't see a lot, literally no people in music has literally created generational wealth through rapping. They tried. But nobody's ever created generational wealth through rap.
I think it's because
now that I think about it, yeah.
Is unfortunately, I know that they were estranged for a period of time.
Yeah.
I think that drove her to say, yeah, I'm a female, and yeah, I'm Benzino's daughter, but I'm not trying to get famous off of
being his daughter. Exactly. Because when she came out, I did not know.
No one did.
When she came out, I had no fucking idea.
It wasn't until Benzino told people
right.
that was his daughter.
And I respect, bro, I respected her way more for doing that on her own. You know what I'm saying? I respected her way more.
She carried herself in this
Yeah, she did. And she still do.
As a female.
And she still do.
This is
you know what I'm saying?
male-dominated industry, and like you said, there's a lot of those doors. Once they're closed, they'd be like, "You gonna do this for this?"
Yeah.
You gotta really be.
And I think she carries herself a little better than a lot of the females in the industry. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I be telling people all the time, she's the GOAT for me for females right now because she got thick bitch energy. They be like, yo, she about this big, but she got thick bitch energy, right?
But she's also beautiful, and she
she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
She knows how to market herself where she can be gangster in her rap, but
if she want to,
very sensual. Like I've seen her do some dancing. I'm like,
I respect her because she used sex appeal, but don't talk about sucking dick in her songs.
Yes.
You feel me?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said thick. That's why I said like thick bitch energy because she has that energy where it's like, damn, this bitch is bad as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she doesn't portray that trashy shit in her music. She doesn't. She's not like too overly fucking sexualized in her music. Like, and she be telling some stories in her. Like you can get a real relationship with her through her music. A lot of the female rappers these days, I don't know nothing about them except how they can suck dick and if they got some good pussy or not.
They all got good pussy.
You know what I'm saying?
They all got
that's all I know. I don't really know like what you've been through. Like, you know, tell me some stories about your life, shit you've been through in the hood growing up, how you got where you got. You know what I'm saying? But it's always just like,
and then the one
you know, fucking nigga.
That,
you know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit.
And the one that do that, they're not very feminine.
Right.
Right?
Correct.
So she is being able to tap into that feminine energy
Yeah.
and show feminine girls like you can be sexy and rap about some hard shit.
It's just crazy because sex appeal has turned into literally sex.
And I think that, and I think
it's not sex, it's not sexy. Like,
and having a dad like Benzino, whether or not they get along from time to time or not because of their relationship, she still gets a lot of gems from him as far as how to move in this industry. I know she has because she doesn't move like a lot of people. She exactly. She's ducking a lot of shit that a lot of these industry artists are ducking, bro. She's a boss, yo. She's a young boss. Shout out to Coil Ray. Shout out to the OG Benzino.
Trippy Red, dog.
That's it for today. That's it for today on the Great Area, presented to you by the Big Picture Music. I'm your host, Big Picture Fats. This is my homie Demo Woodz. Appreciate you for coming out, my guy.
You already
can't wait to do it again.
Let's get it.